So what they want us to do now is we're going to come in and we're going to create a text frame that comes in here. And then I'm going to go load my brush cursor by finding the story and select it. And I actually I'm going to undo that. I'm going to click OK, because what I really wanted to do is I want to load my cursor, which is what that did. So I just did a Command Z to get rid of it out of my box, because I want to hold down the Option key when I do this, or the Alt key on the PC. And you'll notice that little loaded cursor changes. It changes from being like it is right now, where I don't have the Option key on, to when I hold the Option key down, I get that inverted S. Now, in other movies, I've shown you if you hold the Shift key down, you get that S. That S will just fill and create additional pages for as much as it needs. This S is going to actually allow me to determine where I go with my loaded cursor. So this one, without the little lines in the background and kind of it's kind of a different image. It's got the straight sides. That means it's going to allow me to, it'll just create as many pages as I need. This one will just create the flow as I need it. So I'm going to kind of come up. You can see as I sit in there holding down my Option key, it filled in. I'm going to come in over here and click in there. I'm going to come underneath my image and I'm going to click in there. And then what I want to do is go to page 4 and I'm going to click in there. So I'm going to hold down my Option key again and I'm going to click in there and I'm going to click into the last column, and I've essentially clicked in. And now you can see that I've made my thread. Whoops, sorry, made my thread. So now you can see I've got a thread that goes all the way around, and it goes from one page to another. So you can see that might go back too far. Let me go back here. Let me try that one more time. I get a little anxious. So I'm going to come over, hold down my Option key, click, and then click, and I'm all set. Now you can see all of my threading going to all my pages. Pretty cool. But the problem is if I come back to page 2 and I focus on page 2, you can see what's happening here. It's really kind of looking a little goofy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually grab my selection tool. Whoops. And I'm going to click this up, and I'm just going to push this up to so that it lines up. And remember, we've already put on it a padding on the bottom of 10 points, so we've got 10 points from the bottom that it's already kind of sitting there, and you can see that now it's wrapped into that frame. Very nice. But we still have an issue here. If I come over here and I look at my, I don't like that line, I'm going to bring that up just so it's nice. If I come and I look at my image, it's not looking so good. So there actually is a text wrap panel, and I can come in and I can have it wrap around the bounding box, and there you go. It's now wrapping around the bounding box. And then I can click on this guy to add 10 points all around my bounding box, and now what I've essentially done is wrapped my text around my image, and it goes to a different page. It's already wrapped to a completely other page. Now, one other thing that I'm just looking at here is I personally think I would rather have a little bit more space at the top. So I'm going to come in and I'm going to hit Command B to bring up my text options. And here it is, text frame options should say. And I want to add a little bit at the top too. So I'm going to add 10 at the top. And then we click OK. And oops, got to have my text frame selected. Doesn't work if you don't have your text frame selected. So there we go. Come in and have my text frame selected, click OK, and bang, you can see I've added 10 at the top as well. And when I scroll down to the bottom, you can see that it's now reflown again. Pretty nice, pretty simple, pretty straightforward.